the definitions. Oh, let's see, there we go. We did the definition for declarative and the definition for imperative. Remember, we did not do interrogative or exclamatory or those types of sentences activity. We will do this in class on Thursday, so don't worry about interrogative or exclamatory or the types of sentences. We'll do that on Thursday. So I need you to flip over your next blank page. I'm going to do this alongside with you. Will be page 38 and 39. Okay, so page 38 is going to be the one on the left, and page 39 is going to be the one on the right. So after you have those pages labeled, I need you to look at your packet, your interactive notebook packet. Let me turn this light on. There we go. That's a little bit better. So you have two pages that look very similar. So I'm going to show them both to you. The first one has subject and predicate down at the bottom, and then there is no information in the squares up at the top. The second page has subject and predicate down at the bottom, and then there is information up at the top. So these two pages should be cut out and done together, but I'm going to eliminate one for the sake of time. So this page that has the blank squares up at the top and subject and predicate down at the bottom, we're going to trash this page. So this is probably the first page on the top of your packet if I'm remembering correctly. So take this one off, and this one can go in the trash. This is the page that we are going to work with, and I'm going to cut it out alongside with you. So I have my scissors. The first thing that I'm going to cut is this whole big square box. So as you're cutting along, okay, make sure you can see what I'm doing in the video. You are cutting along the entire outside of the box. Okay. So after you have that cut, there is a dotted line in the middle, okay? I want you to take your scissors and you are going to snip on the dotted line, stopping at the big black line that runs horizontally across your page, okay? So I've cut it out and I've got the two tabs up at the top. This one is done. Set this piece aside. And then you need to go back and find your scrap with subject and predicate down at the bottom. Mine are upside down, but it's easier to cut that way. So you're going to cut out subject all the way around. You're cutting out the square. You're not cutting out that little along the bubbled line to make it easier. And then you're cutting out predicate. So you're cutting along the outer part of the square. Oops, I just lost my scrap. Okay. All right. So those are cut out and are good to go. Now, if we take this page, I need you to fold down. So you see these two flaps and then this black horizontal line? You're going to fold it down so it should cover up the information on that one side. And then you're going to do the other side as well. So you're folding it down to cover up the information that's on the inside. Okay, so here is your first piece. And now we have these two subject and predicate cards. Now you need your tape. Remember, again, tape, I think, is the faster way to do this, a little bit quicker. All right, so I have packing tape. My wrapping tape is in the other room, so I'm just going to use this here. Any kind of clear tape works. All right, take your card that says subject, okay? Subject is a person, place, thing, idea, or event. It is who or what the sentence is about. So I'm going to open up both of these flaps. We are going to be taping subject onto the back of this flap, okay? So this is the flap where you have person, place, thing, or idea. It is folded over. I am taking subject and taping it on top. Okay, so let me put my tape on there. Okay, so I have taped subject onto the flap. Okay, It's covering up who or what the sentence is about. That side is done. Now I'm going to take predicate and do the exact same thing. I'm going to take 2 pieces of tape and take my predicate card and tape it onto the other side. So let me put my tape on there. Okay, so subject, predicate, both of those two are taped up, okay? All right, so after you get the subject and predicate cards taped on, push play and we'll catch remember, up. This is going on page 38 in your book. I'm gonna get my tape out. All right, I'm going to put tape on mine on the back, okay? Because I want my flaps to still open, I'm gonna fold my tape into little rolls. So I've got 3 little pieces of tape, putting one on the left, one in the middle, and then one on the right side. So I've got 3 pieces of tape on the back. I'm gonna put that in the middle of page 38. So it should look just like this, okay? I'm going to take a piece of tape and put it alongside the bottom, just so I know it stays in place. Okay, so subject and predicate side is done. The next we are going to look at is lesson 2.2, subject and predicate. Looks like this. Okay, there are 3 pages that you need to have out. One has zigzags, one has polka dots, and then one has the longer sentences on it, okay? So these are some multi-step directions, okay? The first thing that I need you to do is up at the top of these pages, you'll see simple subject, simple predicate, and then you'll see complete subject and complete predicate. We are going to cut out those 4 cards. So I'm going to turn again and do it with you. So my words are down here at the bottom. I'm only cutting out those, we'll call them title cards. So complete subject, complete predicate are the ones that I'm cutting out. Okay. So here are the first 2. I'm going to set this page off to the side. We'll need that one in just a second. Now I'm going to do simple subject and simple predicate. So I'm just snipping along. Sometimes it's faster if you cut them out in one piece. Okay, I'm going to set this one off to the side. And then if you just snip down the middle. Okay, so I have my 4 cards out. I have simple subject, simple predicate, complete predicate, and complete subject. These cards are going on page 39. So we're right here on this blank page. I'm going to get my piece of tape. The first one you're going to do, make sure you do these in order, okay, is simple subject. I'm going to put a piece of tape right over the middle. Simple subject is going to go right up here, closest to the top. Okay, let me turn my computer down just a little bit so you can see. Okay, so simple subject is going to go right up there at the top. The next one you need to grab is simple predicate. So again, I'm taking a longer piece of tape. I'm going to put the tape right in the middle, just like that. And then simple predicate. You're going to skip about 3 to 4 lines and then tape simple predicate underneath simple subject. Then the next one that you need is complete subject. Again, I'm taking a longer piece of tape so I can tape it right over the middle. This is just a time-saving tip. Okay, complete subject. I'm going to skip a few lines and take the complete subject in. And then take your complete predicate, another piece of tape, tape it over the top, And then complete predicate. Mine is down at the bottom. And so my tape hung over just a little bit. So I just folded the tape, see, there we go, over the bottom of my page, okay? Made sure that I'm not taping it to the other page on the other side. So there are your 4 cards. You have simple subject, simple predicate, complete subject, complete predicate. Please do not color any of these. Let me straighten this up just a little bit. There you go. Please don't color any of these. We will color code these in class on Thursday. All I need you to do is to tape them into your book, okay? So we've got these 2 pages done. We are ready to turn the page in your book. So you should now be to 2 blank pages. The one on the left is going to be page 40. So I just wrote a 40 down there at the bottom. All right. The first thing I need you to do, these 3 pages, stuck together here, these 3 pages are going to, the 3 that we have remaining, okay? These are going to be layered on top of each other. It's going to make a really cool flip book, if you will, okay? So make sure you are following these cutting directions very, very carefully. All right, here is the first page that I need you to have in your hand. This is the page with the sentences. What we are going to do is cut all the way around the perimeter of this page. So I'm going to do it with you, okay? We're cutting around the perimeter of this page. Okay, so here is the one, or here's the first page that we're going to work with. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this one into my book. So my tape, what I'm going to do, I'll show you first, and then you can copy this at home. I have a few pieces of tape on my fingers. Okay, I have put tape up at the top and then down at the bottom. In your book, you're going to center these sentences on page, it's kind of crooked. There we go. You're going to center it into your book on page 40. So I'm going to go ahead and tape mine in, and then I will show you. You want to make sure that you are leaving room in your book on the left and the right sides, because we're going to be taping additional pages in. So we want to make sure we have room, okay? So there are my sentences. Now what I'm going to do is take a small piece of tape, and you see the words in gray where it says glue this section only. I am laying a piece of tape over top of those words. You can kind of see the tape right there. And then I've made sure I'm only holding one page up, and I'm folding that tape back. So it keeps this part of the page secure. And then when I look at the other side, or the side that's closest to the spine of my notebook, that's kind of flapping too. So we're going to take another little piece of tape, and I'm going to line it up and then fold it into the crease. So you can kind of see there the shine. I lined it up and then folded the tape into the crease so it secured this down, okay? Now the next one we need to grab, the next page we need to grab is the one that has the zigzags. Oh no, sorry, not the zigzags. We need the one that has the polka dots on it, because the polka dots, these correlate with our complete subjects and our complete predicates. So we're going to start with this one first. All right. Now for the directions for this one, we are just cutting around the perimeter again, okay? So snipping along the bottom, then up the top, and the sides. All right. So you have just cut around the perimeter. So this should be an exact shadow of the one we have already cut. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the one with the zigzags and polka dots, or sorry, not zigzags, the dotted lines and the polka dots. You want it to line up right on top of your other one, okay? The words are pointing up and down, or sorry, the words are reading glue this section only. See if you can see that. Okay. So the boxes on the left side are a little bit smaller than the boxes on the right side. And that's because the ones on the left side are for our complete subject and the ones on the right side are for the complete predicate. Okay, so it should look, let me hold it up a little bit closer so you can see it, just like that. All right, now I'm just holding it over top. Before you tape, listen to these directions. You need one piece of tape for the side, okay? So my tape is covering up the words where it says glue this section only, and I am going to fold it over the back side of the page, okay? Only onto page 39. That's really important because you don't want to tape all of your pages together. So I just used a little bit of tape, covered it up right here. I didn't go into these boxes because we're going to be writing information on there. So I have the left side of my book secured, or of my chart secured, okay? And then you're going to come over here to the right side and do another, here we go, little piece of tape. I'm going to set it over the words that say glue this section only. And then I'm going to fold it into the crease, just like that. So it's right here. So I put the tape over, glue this section only, folded it into the crease, and then it's laying over the other side. Now that I have that secured, I'm going to do another small piece on that same section, just to make sure that the page is secure all the way down. So I'm just taking a little piece of tape. Let's see if I can do it so you can see it, and laying it over top right there, just so it holds this down. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here on the bottom, laying it over top of the words, and then just folding it into the crease, just like that. Okay, so that one is done. Now we need the ones with the zigzags. We're going to cut this one out along the bottom, and then up the side, across the top, and then back down. Okay, again, when you're looking at this, the ones on the left side, now you don't have the glue words to kind of give you a hint, so the ones on the left side are a little bit shorter than the ones on the right side. We want to make sure that those line up with the ones that are already in our book. So the shorter blocks need to cover the larger blocks, and then the longer blocks need to cover the longer blocks that are already there. So I'm going to go through the same process. I am only putting tape on the left and right sides. Make sure that my flaps are lined up. I'm using the same method of putting a little bit of tape and then folding it over. Let's see if I can hold it up so you can see what I'm doing. Piece of tape, okay, and then I'm lifting out just the one page and folding the tape over the back of that page just so it keeps it secure. I wanted you guys to use tape for this just because it's a little bit faster and it's not as messy, especially when you are layering multiple pages. Okay, now I'm going to do the same on the far right side. I don't know if you guys can hear Hamilton in the background. He is in the other room playing. So I'm going to lay the tape over top, and then I'm folding the tape into the crease. Let me do this one so you guys can see. Laying the tape over top, and then folding it into the crease. And then I'm going to do one more just to make sure it is secure. Okay. So it's secure down at the bottom. All right, this is how you're gonna leave this. I know you're kind of probably thinking to yourself, why didn't we just cover everything up? So in class on Thursday, we are going to make this interactive because right now you've just covered up a lot of information. So in class on Thursday, we are going to make this an interactive part of your notebook. So I think you guys will enjoy some of what we are going to do in class. It should be pretty fun. So that is all for today. In your notebook, we will update your table of contents in class on Thursday, so don't worry about doing that. If you have any questions or issues as you are working through your book, please send me an email and I can do my best to help you out via email or can touch base with you on Thursday. So to recap, the first page that we did was the simple predicate, subject and predicate with the sentence down at the bottom. We taped the word subject and predicate over top of our flaps. There we go, just like that. And then over here on the left side, we have simple subject, simple predicate, complete subject, and complete predicate. And then if we turn the page, this is the page we just completed, and underneath all of this, because you can't really see it right now because I taped up over it, you'll have to rewatch the video, but you can kind of peek. So underneath are the sentences. That's the very first page. And then on top of that one is the page with the dotted lines and the polka dots. And then on top of that is the one with the zigzags. So let me know if you guys have any questions and while you're working, and then I will see you in class on Thursday. All right, see you guys. All right, so some of you had a request for a guest appearance. Can you guys say hi? Who's that?
Daddy.
No, that's Hamilton. Can you say hi?
Daddy.
Hi, what do you have? Is it a maraca? Do you want to tell him what movie you watched today? Let's see. Hamilton just started watching Finding Nemo. Can you say Nemo? Nemo. And tell Charles what your favorite TV show is. You say Paw Patrol?
Papa.
And who's our favorite character? Marshall. Okay, wait, bye.
Bye.
Bye.